In the quiet, snow-covered neighborhood, Daniel Reeves took pride in keeping the only access road clear during winter storms. Every morning before sunrise, he drove his old plow truck, carving a safe path for everyone. But one afternoon, a notice arrived from the HOA. He was being fined for leaving unsightly snow tracks across the community road. Confused and frustrated, Daniel realized his good deed was being turned against him. The HOA board, led by a strict and image-obsessed president, insisted that the road must look pristine at all times. They ignored the fact that Daniel was the only one clearing it. When he tried to explain, they dismissed him, doubling down on the fine and warning of further penalties if he continued damaging the aesthetic. That evening, Daniel sat by his window watching the snow fall heavier than ever. For years, he had volunteered his time and fuel without thanks. Now, he was being punished for it. Quietly, he made a decision. He would stop. No arguments, no complaints, just silence. Overnight, a massive snowstorm blanketed the area. Winds howled, and snow piled high across the only road connecting the neighborhood to the main highway. Residents woke up expecting the usual clear path, but this time, there was nothing. Just thick, untouched snow stretching as far as they could see. By mid-morning, confusion turned into concern. Cars were stuck. Deliveries were cancelled. People couldn't leave for work or errands. The HOA board scrambled to figure out what went wrong, but the answer was simple. Daniel's plow truck remained parked, untouched, in his driveway. Part 6. The cost of control. The HOA hastily hired a private snow removal company, but the storm had made conditions worse. The cost was enormous, far exceeding their budget. Worse still, the crew struggled to even reach the neighborhood because the road had already become impassable. As hours turned into a full day, frustration among residents grew. Many began to question the HOA's decision to fine the very person who had been keeping their road usable for years. Conversations spread, and the board's authorities started to crack under pressure. That evening, members of the HOA approached Daniel's home. Their tone was no longer strict or commanding. Instead, it was careful, almost apologetic. They asked if he would consider helping again, acknowledging, for the first time, how much they depended on him. Daniel listened quietly before responding. He agreed to resume clearing the road, but only if the fine was removed and a formal appreciation was given for his work. He made it clear that respect mattered more than money. The next morning, the sound of the plow returned, cutting through the heavy snow once again. The road reopened, and life in the neighborhood slowly returned to normal. This time, however, things were different. The HOA issued a public acknowledgement of Daniel's efforts, and the residents saw him not just as a neighbor, but as the reason their community stayed connected when it mattered most.